Danny here with some more Football Manager 2014. Last episode I went through the fixtures and the results in August, so now to move on to September. We started the month off pretty badly with a 3-0 home defeat, away defeat even, in the Johnston Paint Trophy South first round. To be honest, we really did not get into the game at all. Our stats just show that I played a little bit of a weak team, putting in Knight Percival and sticking with Jermaine Anderson. The next game after that one was away to Bristol City, which we got a home win, an away win, 1-0. We were again a very lucky game. Didn't have that many shots. Didn't have hardly any on target. Less possession, but we got in the early-ish goal to give us the match. After that, a 4-4 away draw to Crewe. Pretty even game. That some could say that Crewe should have won because they had more shots, more on target, more possession. But I think a draw was a decent result, and we snatched it at the end with a 90+ second minute equaliser from Assombalonga. Next game was against MK Dons, an annoying home defeat. We really should have taken the lead in the 13th minute with a Curtin's penalty, but he missed. Sadly, we also lost Joe Newell to injury in the 10th minute, which means I had to make an early substitution. So, again, probably should have won the game, looking on it, with the shots on target, but possession says it all really, and they just outplayed us. Next game was away to Rotherham, a good 2-1 win. Got 2 injuries in that game, which was slightly annoying, but again, we were on top in shots and shots on target, but less possession. They scored with their only shot on target of the game, which was a bit annoying, and Bostwick running away with the man of the match with a 9.0. And yeah, that was the results for September. Now moving on to the results for October. Decent start, could have done better. 2-2 home draw. Again, snatching it at the end. Michael Bostwick, 90+ 4th minute goal. Again, probably should have won if you're looking at shots on target. But then possession, again, they just outplayed us. A lot of possession in the middle of the park for them, more possession in their half for us, and that says it all really. Next game was an away match to Port Vale, which we won 2-1. Again, shots on target say we should have won the game as convincingly. But again, just the possession. We haven't really been a good possession keeping side until pretty recently. Next was a 3-2 home win over Shrewsbury. Again, a pretty even game. They probably should have had a few more goals, so should have we. And to be honest, pretty lucky to get away with a win. Next was a home 2-0 defeat to Sheffield United. To be honest, again, shots and on target, we probably should have snatched a draw, but Sheffield United are just a good team in this league with lots of finances behind them, and their captain, M. Doyle, getting the man of the match as well. And then the final match for October was a 3-1 away win at Colchester. To be honest, we were all over them in this game in shots and on target. Again, just possession. We just hardly ever had the ball. Luke Freeman there getting man of the match after his 2 goals. And that's it for October. Moving on to November. Good home 2-1 win over Leyton Orient. getting the early goal was the early 2 goals was pretty key in this game to winning it. This was probably the most even game out of them all this season. 50% possession each, roughly about the same amount of shots and shots on target. A good 2-1 win for us against one of the league favourites. And then our FA Cup first round game against Braintree. Don't really know much about them, so I just set my team out, my pretty full strength team, to go out and do some damage to them. We had a great start through Mark Little getting an early goal, and then sadly for them they scored no goal in the 6th. Then we just ran away with the game. Match stats wise, we just absolutely outplayed them. They had no chance against us. Next game in November was an annoying 1-0 home loss to, of all people, Stevenage. I took their best player at the start of the season, but they still end themselves up in the top 2. Again, we had a decent game. We probably should have won it, because 12 shots against their 4 says it all, really. But the annoying thing was the shots on target. We are a pretty poor finishing side, even though we've scored 50 goals this season. Next game, we then lost again to Brentford, annoyingly. Again, we were never in the game. We should never have had a chance. And then last game of the season was a surprise home 2-1 win over Wolves, who are by far the best team in the league. They've still got half of their championship side, and they're just running away with the league. Again, the early goals were key in this game, because as you can tell, we were completely outplayed at home, especially with the possession, the shots. Shots on target were the same, but Cozzy and Claith getting the man of the match there with a rating of 7.4. And that's it for the fixtures in the September, October and November. I'll see you soon, guys.